One of the things that I'm most proud of in my life is that I've reestablished this former cropland in the native prairie. This represents about 15 years' work in getting the natural balance back. The density of the grass and the sound of the wildlife tells me this is just about the ideal situation. This is what it's supposed to look like. It holds the soil. There's a teeming ecosystem going on. The roots go down sometimes up to 15 feet. It's a great carbon sequester. It's what was always here before humans altered it. Very complex, and it sequesters a lot of carbon, and it provides life for innumerable species. If you go up in the field on that side of the fence where the corn's growing, it's completely silent. You don't hear any bugs, you don't hear any bees, you don't hear any birds. There's a big difference, and it's because it's very sterile. Well, my son will be the 6th generation. I'm the 5th, of course. It went from small farms and mostly non-chemical means to all GMO bioengineered crops and tremendous size farms. And that's not a good guy versus bad guy. It's just that the farmers have no choice. That's how they have to raise the crops to make their mortgage payments or whatever. But it's all that way. You don't see a weed as far as you can see in the field. All the fields are perfect. There's the only thing growing in that ground is the crop that you're trying to raise. Nothing else can grow. So that's just the norm in farming now. I think it ought to be returned to the grass and look like this. But to keep the ecosystem in balance, you have to have grazing animals. That's why it's here, and they have had a symbiotic relationship for eons. So the Great Plains ecosystem evolved in harmony with the buffalo that used to be here. Well, it's about impossible to contain a buffalo in the small spaces that we have now, so we have to use cattle, but we rotate them around in rotational grazing, so we try to mimic the behavior of the buffalo as much as we can. And when you have grass, the animals benefit from the grass, but the grass also benefits from the animals. They fertilize it, they aerate the soil, and they trim the grass down so it can grow more grass. So right now I have 74 acres of cropland across the road. Has a mortgage on it. And it will pay the mortgage if you grow GMO crops on it. If you choose to grow grass on it, it won't pay a third of it. But to put something back into grass is to restore it as it was. And I think it's the right thing to do. I want to go to the end of my days thinking, you know, I did the best I could. If I have that ability, I might as well do it. You know, when you're out here, it's almost easy to forget that the rest of the world is in peril in regards to climate. And one of the ways that I can help is to sequester more carbon in living things and putting it into the soil. And that's hard to measure in dollars. And it doesn't pay any banknotes. But I feel like it's the right thing to do. And I think that is the new currency of how much you can help our world and our species to survive. That's the valuable thing. It's not whether I can buy or sell something tangible.
The thing with feathers that purchase in our soul.